Welcome to the Autodromo di Vallelunga, where the 5th and 6th rounds of EuroNASCAR Pro and EuroNASCAR 2 will take place. The NASCAR Wheel in Euro Series returning for the American Festival of Rome once again, where we will see 2 races for each category, 18 laps for EuroNASCAR Pro, 15 for EuroNASCAR 2, around a track of 2 halves. Turns 1 through 7 of this track very fast and flowing, 8 to 14 very technical. This place ideally suited for our stock cars.
I'm here with one of the local heroes at the NASCAR GP Italy at Autodromo di Vallelunga. Maxlands are driving the 88 of car racing, the Chevrolet Camaro. Just tell me, this is your home race, a lot of fans following you, your partners are here to support you. What have you done to promote this event?
So this is my home race, so I want to do great work of image. I organize hospitality, VIP hospitality for my supporter. So I'm waiting for 200 people for tomorrow and Sunday. And I'm very happy because the parade of yesterday was was fantastic. A lot of fans, a lot of my friends that come in Campagnano to see me, and it's wonderful.
We have to go back to Brands Hatch for 1 second. You had a violent accident, even flipping the car. We don't know what happened there. What led to the accident? What happened there?
I forced the brake and I lost the control of the car at the paddock hill bend. So I lost the curbs and went out of the track. I'm totally fine. I'm good. From the day after, I was okay. The car is very safety. The chassis was very strong. So I'm here.
Gianmarco Ercoli will be starting the first EuroNASCAR Pro race from pole position. The driver on his home turf looking to try and build upon his 2 race victories at Brands Hatch, which made him the championship leader for the first time this season. So Ercoli will be starting alongside his fellow countryman Vittorio Gorelli on the front row of the grid. You see Gorelli there in the 72, Team Blake Molan entry. Tobias Downhauer and Paul Jouffreau alongside each other on row 2 as well. Lots of competitive youngsters at the sharp end of the order. The race is underway and it looks like Ercoli has got the best start there. Gorelli falling back just a little bit as they approach the first proper challenge of the lap. The fearsome Curva Grande, 2 and even 3 wide seemingly through the pack as they run through this section. Paul Jouffreau there bouncing across the grass. Jouffreau, of course, racing for the first time in EuroNASCAR Pro, taking the number 3 car over from Frederic Gabillon. Will now race in both EuroNASCAR Pro and EuroNASCAR 2. Very nicely done to get into 3rd place there from Jouffreau. He went around the outside of Tobias Downhauer. Liam Hazeman's now looking to do the same thing. He goes around the outside at turn 7, the Campagnano corner. He goes a bit deep, but he's carrying speed. He might be able to hold on and take that 4th place. Yes, he does. Tobias Downhauer drops down to 5th place. Giorgio Maggi, meanwhile, behind Lucas Lasser. He goes to the outside line at turn 8. He might be able to try and get his way through, but I don't think he succeeded in doing so. He's going to be careful of Anthony Kumpen behind him as well. The 18 car of Giorgio Maggi there, just to the left of shot, the all-yellow machine. It is Gianmarco Ercoli that leads the way. Jimmy Jet, as he's affectionately known. This isn't just his home race because he's Italian, it's his home race because he is a resident of Rome. He is very much a local to this circuit, the Autodromo di Vallelunga. What would it mean to him to take to the top step in front of his home crowd here? I'm sure it would mean a lot. Vittorio Gorelli would also dearly love to try and take a victory here this weekend. Gorelli passed his racing license right here at the Vallelunga circuit. Vladimir Osiortsis trying to go around the outside of Ulysse Del So. It's 3 wide further ahead as well. Is he going to be run out of room? No, just about. Onto the gravel he goes. Del So powers past. Siortzis being rather bullied down the order here. He's got the two Speedhouse cars to fight with, Lucas Lasser alongside him, and he's got to worry about Race Art Technologies' Giorgio Maggi as well. Siortzis in the number 5, the driver who has a perfect 4 from 4 race record, race victory record in EuroNASCAR 2 coming into this weekend. He's yet to take a win in EuroNASCAR Pro. I don't think it's going to happen for him today. He's really having to fight here in the second half of the top 10. Riccardo Romagnoli were on board with him, and someone throwing up a big dust cloud in front of the 65 car. That was the 27 of Stefano Attianese, and unfortunately hard into the barrier there, the double V Racing car. And that is going to bring out a safety car, unsurprisingly. Attianese okay. The car rather bent out of shape. 2x2 rolling start to get this race underway once again then. It's once again Ercole on the inside of the front row. Does Gurelli get a better start? Well, no, not really. If anything, Ercole managed to just disappear away from the entire pack there. Gurelli, though, holds on to second place. It's side by side for third between Hazemans and Jouffreau. And Hazemans up to third place there. Liam Hazemans in P3. It seems that typically you can carry more speed around the outside at turn 2 Curva Grande. In many ways, the outside lane on the restart is where you want to be. Lucas Lasser has managed to find his way past Tobias Downhauer, but Downhauer to the outside line trying to find a way through. They've got Vladimiros Siortzis for company as well. Lasser systematically working his way through the pack here. Oh, a little bit of contact between Lasser and Downhauer. Downhauer on the grass, he blocks Mark Goossens, and now he's trying to get to the inside of Siortzis, but he was too far back. He taps Vladimiros Siortzis. I don't know how that one's going to be looked upon. I'm not sure it's going to be favourably looked upon by our stewards. Mark Goossens has managed to get himself past Vladimiros Siortzis. Siortzis tapping the back of Goossens. He's got Ulysse Del So on his outside as well. Thomas Pontonen on his return to EuroNASCAR in the 48 car getting involved in this as well. It's all getting a bit close for comfort around this tight stadium section of the Autodromo di Vallelunga. Said it at the top of the broadcast, it's very much a track of two halves, and Vladimiros Siortzis losing out there to Ulysse Del So, unfortunately. The 54 car of Gianmarco Ercole leading the way then, but Vittorio Gurelli not far back at all. Gurelli in the 72, definitely making the pressure known to Ercole. Both home drivers. Of course, it's a Dutch team, Team Bleekemolen, that runs the 72. Cal Racing is a local team. Oh, and Gurelli tries to get up the inside, but he's not going to be able to do that. There's a bit of a half-hearted look to the inside, and he realised he wasn't going to have room. Somehow managed to avoid the back of Gianmarco Ercole. That was actually quite well avoided by Vittorio Gurelli, and Ercole was aware of the situation too, gave him some space on corner exit. Now Liam Hazemans is all over the back of Vittorio Gurelli. Paul Jouffreau there as well in this battle for second position. Three-car train for second place. Ercole crosses the line as our leader. Liam Hazemans in P3. Just stalking the rear of the 72. Well, Hazemans look to the inside at turn 4, not quite. Oh, but Gurelli goes wide. Vittorio Gurelli there looked like he was struggling to get the car slowed down for the apex, and he's lost 2 places. He'll be happy that there's a lot of tarmac runoff there, but both Hazemans and Paul Jouffreau have got him past Vittorio Gurelli. At Brands Hatch, Gurelli had a technical issue that sent him down the order. I hope the same isn't happening again. Side by side for second place then, as Jouffreau tries to go around the outside of Hazemans. Hazemans covers him off in no uncertain terms there, gives him no space to try and get up the inside, but Jouffreau tries it anyway. A little bit of a tap, and Jouffreau is through into second position. And look who's managed to get himself up into fourth place. Lucas Lasser, the driver, currently runner-up in the championship, continuing to sieve his way through the field. and pick up points. Very impressive indeed, but no one has been more impressive here today at Vallelunga than the driver of the number 54. It is Gianmarco Ercoli, who claims a third consecutive win and a win on home soil at the Autodromo di Vallelunga. The fans will love that. Liam Hazeemans crosses the line in third, but after a penalty, he is classified to second. Paul Jouffreau drops a position in the classification because of the contact between himself and Hazeemans. Nonetheless, Paul Jouffreau with a podium on his EuroNASCAR Pro debut. Gianmarco Ercoli, though, takes the spoils.
I entering the car in perfect mode and tomorrow start P3, but I'm happy for the fun because in the home track is incredible. Congratulations to the team, to my sponsor, to the Autodromo Vallelunga for this event. I'm very happy. It's a big emotion for me.
Hazeemans and Jouffreau's battle obviously went south towards the end, but both parties, I think, fairly happy with their podiums.
It was a physical race, right?
Yeah, no, I think we never had it so hot. Like, this was really because of the humidity here at the track. I think it's like we watched, it was like 70% humidity or something. So no, this was really the most difficult days I ever had in my life. Like, we had this little pool, like little swimming pool at the box. I just went straight in with Martin, everybody jumped in. I think all the drivers are going to tell you this was really a crazy race.
Lots of home fans gathered to cheer on Gianmarco Ercoli, who claims a win and extends his championship lead in EuroNASCAR Pro for Cal Racing. Huge masses of spectators gathered to cheer him on. Hazeemans taking the junior trophy order. Fabrizio Armetta with another Challenger Trophy lead. And the EuroNASCAR 2 drivers will keep an eye on Paul Jouffreau, who is also now competing in EuroNASCAR Pro. Jouffreau did well at Brands.
I'm here now with Paul Jouffreau, driver of the number 3 RDV competition car. We have to talk about Brands Hatch. I know we're in Italy, but we have to talk about Brands Hatch. First race in your life and your first lead laps. How was it?
Like in a dream. Yeah, I don't have really the word to explain what the feelings I have, but yeah, it was amazing. And we made a little mistake on the setup. We wanted more rain for us, but yeah, it was amazing. I think we have 10 laps where I'm in front and 14 laps of battle with Vladimiros, and it was it was amazing.
I guess it's a big confidence boost for you. You were on the podium 3 times this season, 4 top 5 results. It's working really good with RDV competition. What is the magic behind that?
The confidence between each other. It's the first time I'm working with the team manager and the engineer, and there is like a flow in between us. We don't have to talk for the, it's natural. It's normal, and the work we are putting is really efficient. And the more we work together, the more efficient the work is. So it's just really good. And yeah, today is my best day of practice of the season. So this is just a big confidence boost for the rest of the season. If every time we met again, we are better. So.
Jouffreau on pole position then in EuroNASCAR 2. A big confidence boost for the young Frenchman, who had a good result in EuroNASCAR Pro as well. Let's see if he can translate that in EuroNASCAR 2. Still awaiting that first victory in the second division of the NASCAR Wheel and Euro Series. On his outside, Alberto Nasca, another driver that the home fans are cheering on. Ciortis and Gil Linster there on the second row of the grid. Unfortunately, no Patrick Schauber on row 3. He not able to take the start. He does start from the pit lane, but still unfortunate for him. And it's side by side into the first proper corner at Curva Grande. Nasca carries more speed around the outside. We see that happen once again. Alberto Nasca leads the way then here at the Autodromo di Vallelunga. That'll be popular with the home fans. A bit of a wide line there from the number 8 of Paolo Valeri. Alberto Nasca in the 54 car, the Italian YouTube sensation, leads the way. Further back in the pack there, one of the race art cars, the number 18 of Claudio Remeggio Capelli, squeezing Vladimiros Tsiotsis there on the exit of turn 7. Martin Dubek behind Tsiotsis as well. Tsiotsis with the perfect 100% record in EuroNASCAR 2 this season, and he is being absolutely dropped through the order here. Very physical on this first lap, and you can see that Tsiotsis now demoted all the way down to 8th position. It's going to be incredibly difficult for him to continue his 100% winning streak from here. Contact between Tefel and Dubek, almost 3 wide, approaching turn 11, the hairpin. Dubek tried to get up the inside of Tefel, a little bit of a touch between the two of them, I think, and Dubek through into 5th position. Tefel in 6th. Melvin de Groot in the 69 car there in 7th place, ahead of Vladimiros Tsiotsis. Alberto Nasca leads them across the line at the conclusion of the first lap. Jouffreau and Linster, your top 3 behind. Linster looking to get on the podium this time. He's had a lot of 4th places so far this season. Strickler to the inside of Mikael Bleekemolen. A little bit of contact between them, and you see Patrick Schauber, who started from the pit lane, climbing up the order as well in this battle for 14th place. Strickler lost a bit of the car there with that contact with Bleekemolen. Patrick Schauber on the move. Unfortunately, I think Strickler with some damage for the Racing Fuel Motorsport car. Tsiotsis to the inside of Melvin de Groot. That moves him up to 6th position. We've got Thomas Dombrowski there as well in the 66 car. His teammates with that 69 of de Groot, both drivers from the Team Bleekemolen stable. Claudio Remeggio Capelli with Martin Dubek and Tsiotsis for company. Now that Tsiotsis has cleared some of those that got past him early on, he's showing that pace once again, but he's a long way back from the top 3 at this stage. He's looking to the inside of Martin Dubek, under braking for turn 7. Gets through there fairly easily. Can Dubek retaliate? Wonderful sound that these cars make, but the temperatures are so high in these conditions, approaching 35 degrees Celsius ambient temperature outside. You can add at least 20 degrees, if not more, to the temperatures in the cockpit. Tsiotsis really being given an open door there by Claudio Remeggio Capelli, so Tsiotsis up to 4th position. I think Capelli may be realising that Tsiotsis is quicker and will go past anyway. But Capelli may be focusing on keeping Martin Dubek at bay behind instead of the charging Cypriot. Alberto Nasca presses on at the head of the pack here. Paul Jouffreau is keeping a watching brief on the number 54, but I don't think he's quite got the pace to keep up with Nasca. Look at Patrick Schauber, started from the pit lane, was meant to start in 5th, and he's now there in 8th place. Just behind Melvin de Groot, the young Austrian driver, Patrick Schauber. The door's left open for him. Melvin drifts wide at turn 4. Easy position. Up to 7th place then goes Patrick Schauber. Could he maybe get to the top 5 where he was supposed to start? He's only got a couple of cars left to try and get past, but some of those are very difficult drivers to pass. Claudio Remeggio Capelli, hugely experienced. Dombrowski is a hard young charger, much like Patrick Schauber himself. The car he just overtook is a lap down, so that doesn't count towards anything for Schauber in the 27. Meanwhile, Gil Linster has been caught up by Vladimiros Tsiotsis. Battle for 3rd place underway then. Can Tsiotsis net a podium? I think 3rd is the very best he can hope for at this stage of the race. That 100% winning record in EuroNASCAR 2 is all but gone. Some dust kicked up by one of the drivers up ahead. That might have been Paul Jouffreau, who's still pushing to try and close in on Alberto Nasca. Tsiotsis has to lock up there to try and avoid Gil Linster. much later and more confident on the brakes, Vladimiros Siortsis. So Linster needs to keep an eye on the rearview mirror. The Siortsis is coming in hot. Siortsis powers out of turn 7. He likes a lunge at turn 8. Will he go for it? No, takes the outside line, but might set himself up nicely for a run towards 9 and 10. Tries to do so, but can't quite get past Linster there. Here we come towards turn 10, the really tight infield section of this circuit. He's got the inside line on Linster, but Linster should be able to translate that to the outside for turn 11. Siortsis taking a wide berth. He'll try and get the power down early and slide up the inside of Linster. That's exactly what he's doing. It's side by side as they approach the S's. Linster once again will have the inside at turn 13. Can he hold on? Yes, he can. He goes defensive towards Roma at turn 14. Siortsis definitely has the pace advantage, but Gil Linster has the high ground. It's a drag race to the line. They've not got many laps left of this race. Can Siortsis find a way through that white knuckle ride that is Curva Grande? Vladimiros Siortsis. He was very brave on the brakes here a lap ago. He goes to the outside line. He's later on the brakes. He's deeper on the brakes. Carries more speed around the outside. He may have Linster here. Not quite. Linster authoritatively shuts the door on corner exit. Approaching turn 7, Siortsis looks like he's angling to the outside once again. Gil Linster doing a fabulous job defending in the Hendricks Motorsport number 50 Camry. Siortsis looks to the inside. Oh, and contact. That's not how Vladimiros Siortsis would want this to go down. Now he's gotten through there and very much a push to pass. So he's into third position, but I don't know how that's going to be judged. Vladimiros Siortsis got through, but obviously Gil Linster received a nice little nudge on the way by. No one's got close enough to nudge Alberto Nasca, who claims the win at the Autodromo di Vallelunga. Paul Jouffreau crosses the line in second place. Linster is given third place after a penalty for Vladimiros Siortsis. Siortsis understanding, didn't want it to end that way, but jubilation in front of the home fans for Alberto Nasca.
Best day in my life. I mean, thanks to all my team, thanks to all my family, thanks to all the people that love me, mia moglie, my wife, la mia agenzia, and special thanks, I owe you maybe 10 beers. What's Gil Linster behind me? Thanks to Gil Linster, this win is yours because he pushed me at the start. That's how I passed Jouffreau. Thanks, Gil. Thank you.
Paul, I know you want to see your car here in victory lane, but I think your time will come, right?
Yeah, yeah, this time it was better. I don't want to say next time it will be mine, but next time I will be better for sure. He was fast. He was fast. We were fast too. The gap was big after each lap with Gil. But yeah, I wanted to win this race. I didn't, but I will be stronger tomorrow.
Huge fan presence on the podium to see Alberto Nasca spray the champagne and celebrate victory at the Autodromo di Vallelunga. That puts him right back into title contention behind Siortsis in the EuroNASCAR 2 points. Dombrowski claiming the rookie trophy classification with a nice top 10 finish. Claudio Remeggio Capelli taking the legend trophy, and Ariana Casoli the lady trophy classification winner in round 5 for EuroNASCAR 2 at the Autodromo Vallelunga. Round 6 for both EuroNASCAR Pro and EuroNASCAR 2 takes place on the Sunday here at Vallelunga.